buyer's remorse.
I
Look at
didn't
this.
eat it.
I tried.
Well, where is it?
I hid it upstairs. Let's go find it. Me and you.
No,
Let's go.
I got my
Come on,
dresses hanging upstairs. I don't want any.
I'm gonna mess them all
activity.
up. Shut up. Whatever.
No.
I'm gonna go get the Danish. You got me in the mood because I took a couple bites, but I didn't eat the Danish. I saved some, so let's go nab it. You can guide me. It's either that or I go up there myself, and you'll be worried. You want to block for me, Mama? Because I'm naked. There might be kids outside. Might be cheering. Ma, you gotta block for. All you gotta do is take 2 steps to the left, and you're going upstairs. Anyway. Ma, get back here.
What are you looking for?
The pen.
All right, you left it by the stove.
Hold on. Are you sure? Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
Well, I was looking for a standing object. I was not looking for a laying object. A block. Oh, hey, get back here!
What?
It's like a stealth video game. I'm so what? Stupid? Come on, say it. Was there anybody there?
No.
You couldn't even see. You didn't look down. You gotta look down, Mom.
Try to get the money that's in shallow water, but Dizzy dies. This is a beginner's trap if I've ever seen one. What kind of video game character can't tread water that's just above their head? Could you imagine going to a pool or something and the second your head goes underwater, you die instantly? So fuck this game, and fuck Dizzy. Linus Shithead, again. Ah, I see. The other game, Linus Cosmic Crusade, was actually the second game. This is the first, so forgive me for reviewing them out of order, if you care. The first level is an underwater level. Oh boy, if you were Dizzy, you would have started the level as a corpse. You ride bubbles to the top, but watch out, they pop and have a completely random pattern. And you have limited time. If you're not fast enough, Linus drowns. Even after you get to the top, he still loses oxygen. Is he so stupid he just forgets to stop holding his breath? The next level has killer coconuts everywhere. Linus has the same shit controls as the other, so I just die. Fucking Linus. Boomerang Kid. The beginning shows this dumb character. There's a little movie thing playing at the bottom. Boomerang Kid throws a boomerang and clobbers himself. Then he gets harassed by a kangaroo.
Sweet Mama.
When the intro shows the main character being harassed by a kangaroo and clobbering himself with a boomerang, you know it's gonna be some fuck. You run around and collect boomerangs. You can't attack and die in one hit. That's all. There's nothing else to say. And the last Quattro adventure game, Super Robin Hood. You run around collecting keys, treasure, and opening doors. Robin Hood has this goofy smile all the time. It's slow and monotonous like every other game so far. And remember, this isn't just Robin Hood. This is Super Robin Hood. More like Pooper Robin Hood. One funny thing though, when you die, you explode into hearts. Robin Hood explodes into hearts. Yeah. Well, all these Aladdin games have sucked so far, but I'm hoping I saved the best for last. Mike Machines. Micro machines. Feel the shitty power, feel the suck-ass dual traction. Graphical shit, the sound of shit, it fucks you in the eyes, it fucks in the ears, it sucks and fucking blows it to piece of shit. It's actually not that bad. Micro Machines is a decent deviation from the dismal and disgusting digest of the Aladdin Deck Enhancer, reminiscent of other racing romps resembling RC Pro and Super Off-Road. It's a radical, righteous, recreational racing regalement brought to you by the great and grand globe. Race your minuscule mechanisms on a myriad of marvelous micro marathons. Choose from a cavalcade of creative and compelling carriages and collected crowd congregation of conveyances to put in your car carrier. All in all, an acceptable, adequate addition to the American anthology of Nintendo associated amusements. But there's one little problem. This game seems very familiar. I know I've played it before, but not on the Deck Enhancer. I'm pretty sure I own this on NES. I knew it. Micro Machines. It's one of those weird-ass gold carts. Those third-party unlicensed titles from the unholy alliance of Comerica and Codemasters. They're distinguished by those mysterious switches on the back. The switches have two positions, A and B. What are they for? Position B. Only use this position if the game does not work with position A. I guess this really confused the shit out of any kids unfortunate enough to own one of these fecal frisbees. But the real purpose was to bypass the NES lockout chip, which worked differently depending on which model NES you're using, hence the need for the switch. They could have just said, to hack the lockout chip, use A or B. Psst, don't tell Nintendo. But the games can't be exactly the same, right? 64K memory upgrade, better graphics, bigger games.
But this is all just marketing hype. The Aladdin Deck Enhancer is no different than a standard Comerica cartridge. Inside the box is the Deck Enhancer with instructions, along with a Dizzy the Adventurer cartridge, and a poster manual for the game. Believe it or not...
Fuck! The games are exactly the same. There's no difference. The Deck Enhancer is an add-on that adds nothing. They sold you the same games with some assembly required. It would be like getting a new sprayer for your garden hose, but it doesn't fit unless you get some special adapter. So you buy the adapter, but the sprayer still doesn't fit. So now you have to find a completely different sprayer that only exists in special stores. And then you find out it works the same as the old sprayer, doing no better job washing away the horse shit. Actually, there was some purpose. Theoretically, it was meant to reduce costs. The Deck Enhancer contains most of the necessary chips that make a regular NES game work. So the Aladdin games could be smaller and cheaper. The mentality was that you'd invest in a Deck Enhancer and then build up your collection for a low price. Well, no thank you. I think I'll just stick to my regular third-party, unlicensed, crappy Comerica games. Oh, but of course there was that one exclusive game,
Hey.
Dizzy the Adventurer. Does that one make it worth it? No, it doesn't. That box is a prime example of false advertising. Upgrade your Nintendo Entertainment System? More like upper decking it, and that's not a joke. I mean it. It is the electronic equivalent of an upper decker. With the Aladdin, the components that normally go inside an NES cartridge are instead deposited into the deck.
Hey!
In the same way, the turds,
Water!
which are usually preferred to land in the toilet bowl,
What's
are
up?
instead dumped into the upper tank. Therefore, when the toilet is flushed, the bowl fills with shit water, and after that, it's the shit that keeps on giving. Would you consider that an enhancement to your toilet? Well, give it a try, and you'll know exactly what the Aladdin does to your NES. Why does the box say Aladdin is the future in console gameplay? The Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo were already out. That's like saying you invented a brand new car that's got new safety features and uses clean energy, but it's got pillows tied to it and it runs on coal. This thing had no future at all. All the coming soon games were canceled and Comerica went out of business right after this thing was released. They went out of business right after it was announced. It was a death sentence, a curse that shrouds its release status in awe-consuming mystery. Not even the gaming historian found any clear proof that it ever got officially released. I mean, sure, it got made and discovered thanks to inventory liquidators and eBay, but if this thing never officially came out, then not only did it not have any future, It didn't have any past either. How am I supposed to take you back to the past when there's no fucking past? I have no business complaining about something that didn't even come out. I wasted my breath.
That's all right.
Why did I have to find this thing?
already?
Oh, I might as well just be digging into the devil's asshole. Fuck.
Time for it to be
Think I love you very much.
Hey, I'm back.
What are you doing back here?
Look, man, I'm just here to grant you your last wish so I can get out of here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I get one more wish. Okay. Well, for my last wish, I wish, you know, I think we both suffered enough. Yeah, so I wish every Aladdin deck enhancer on the whole planet Earth will fucking explode.
You got it, dude. Smell you later.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
The Aladdin deck enhancer will not try. Holy balls!
Oh my god.
What the hell just happened?
What the hell?
Not my Aladdin deck enhancer collection.
Well, wasn't too bad. Whew.
Mobberist Rombeller. I got a question. I don't know what you
Maybe a Dexter?
Oh. Well, the burger's done.
No, when the burger's done.
I don't know, Mama. Final boss of Mega Man 7, you know? Not that possible. Watch Dexter.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo. Take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
As a kid, one of my favorite series of children's books was the Berenstain Bears. It's been passed on as a tradition to every generation. It began publishing in the 60s and continues to the present day. It was about a family of bears living like an ordinary human family with common problems to overcome, like sibling quarrels and the pressure of an overly busy family. Passed on as a kid, one of my As a kid, one of my favorite series of children's books was the Berenstain Bears. It's been passed on as a tradition to every generation. It began publishing in the 60s and continues to the present day. It was about a family of bears living like an ordinary human family with common problems to overcome, like sibling quarrels and the pressure of an overly busy schedule. Often it focuses on some kind of moral lesson like don't pollute, don't eat too much junk food, and don't watch too much TV. Other times it's just about a part of growing up, like going to school, going to the doctor, or getting fucking murdered by an evil bear with a chainsaw. Holy shit, this is the craziest book cover they ever did. They had their share of spooky stories, and it would be fun to read them, but I'm here to talk about the video games. Most people probably don't know there existed games based on the Berenstain Bears, and I gotta admit, neither did I. So my expectations are very low. They can't disappoint too much. right? First, let's check out Extreme Sports on Game Boy Color. It's one of the clear cartridges, indicating that it's exclusive for the Game Boy Color, meaning it's not backwards compatible with the original Game Boy or the Super Game Boy Super Nintendo adapter. Well, it better be good then. The title screen looks like ass. The text is so sloppy I can hardly read it. I think they made a typo. So the concept is simple. Basically, it's a bunch of sporting events, like here's Brother Bear and a... So
That's
the
a good joke. That's a good joke.
text is so sloppy I can hardly read it. I think they made a typo.
Yeah, no, it's referencing the Mandela effect. What you said is exactly what most people say, and thus it's remembered that way. The Bernstein Bears. It's not. It's the Berenstain Bears. But it's the Bernstein Bears. So people have argued, tooth and nail on Facebook. They've argued. I've been arguing shit. It's based on the Mandela effect. Some people remember Nelson Mandela dying in an African prison in like the 80s. Nigga did not die in an African prison in the 80s. But a lot of people remember Nelson Mandela dying. Maybe it's based on some fake news article, maybe this, maybe that, I don't know. There's a lot of different Mandela effects in the world. One is the Bernstein Bears, where people will swear they'll fucking kill their kids over the fact that it's not anything except Bernstein, Bernstein Bears. And they're wrong. It is Berenstain every single time. Oh, it's grease. Get him. I'm slugging it! No, Mom. No. And you could put that on the pans. It's already heated. That's okay.
You want it on the pan?
If you take the grease off, yes. If you don't take the grease off, the bread will become a fucking sponge. It'll be like fucking SpongeBob. Except grease.
Alright.
You want that? You want that, huh? Huh?
No.
Okay, Mama. And for the record, I'm not sorry for crashing out. Not sorry. Never will be. Never have been. No way, no how. That dumb, that mom, dangom, dango. That's all I have to say. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Yeah. Yeah. Mom.
Honey.
So the concept is simple. Basically, it's a bunch of sporting events, like here's Brother Bear in a canoe, but it looks more like the bullshit man with a giant dirty Q-tip. Dirty because, well, you can imagine. There's also sledding, bike riding, and skateboarding. You race against the clock and try to pull off tricks without falling on your ass. The courses all play the same way, basically, and they go by quick. You could experience the whole game in less than 10 minutes. It's even more basic than Skate or Die. In fact, it makes Skate or Die look like one of the Tony Hawk games. This would have been alright if it was released on the NES in 1986, but it was released in 2000. Late 2000. The graphics, those bright, solid colors, they burn into your eyes. The sledding stage is so white, I bet if you stare at it long enough and then look away, you'll still see the game. There's no in-game music, and the sound effects are on par with Atari. 23 years of innovation gives us this. Yeah, you hear that? That's the distinct sound of bike tires grinding over a wooden bridge. Let's get the whole family involved. That's right, the whole Bear family get in a line and hump each other as they spiral out of control down the slope. Well, after all, it is extreme sports. This has got to be crazy, right? Whoa! It's a bunch of bears spinning around on a raft. They're falling off the raft. It's pretty extreme here. No, if this qualified as extreme sports, I want to see the bears in a spaceship, shooting an atom bomb through a basketball net. I want to see them riding through a lava river with robot cobras and nuclear sharks, passing footballs to electric tornadoes. That's extreme sports. Yeah, this game, it's pretty extreme here. No, if this qualified as extreme sports, I want to see the bears in a spaceship, shooting an atom bomb through a basketball net. I want to see them riding through a lava river with robot cobras and nuclear sharks, passing footballs to electric tornadoes. That's extreme sports. Yeah, this game's extreme, alright. Extremely shitty. Speaking of primitive, let's go backwards in time. You know they made a Berenstain Bears game on Atari 2600? It's pretty interesting because... Whoa, wait a minute. Berenstain? They totally fucked up the spelling. Anyway, what makes this game interesting is that it was made specifically for the Sound 1 or KidVid voice module, an audio cassette player that connects to the Atari. This is back when video game companies were aware of the sound capabilities of games, so they made all these weird add-ons to give the games the capability of audible speech. Kinda reminds me of that other one. You know, the Intellivision IntelliVoice voice synthesis module, which included only 5 compatible games. Only 5, including B-17 Bomber. But you wanna know how many the KidVid had? 2. There were only 2 fucking games made for this piece of shit. The Smurfs and Berenstain Bears. It was made by Coleco in 1983. It worked in a completely different way than the IntelliVoice. The obvious difference is that it used cassettes. It was a crafty way at getting high quality audio with voice and song to accompany your game, but it was more than just an audio player. It connected to the second controller port, acting somewhat like a controller. The cassette tape contained signals which interacted with the game.
The notes keep falling on the ground. The glue that holds them can't be found. So come on, kids, and stick around.
Each cartridge contained 3 different games. Each game had its own cassette. You choose whichever cassette you want to play, and that triggers the corresponding game. From that point on, the audio instructs you on what to do.
When the colors don't match, don't never fear. Push the red button, they'll disappear.
After you complete the task, like making the Smurf piss in the cup, the game sends a signal back to the cassette player to advance the tape.
Way to go, congratulations. May this be one of many standing ovations.
To be honest, it actually works. Meaning it does what it's supposed to do. I wonder if anything would happen if you put a fucking Slayer tape in there. Now, getting back to Berenstain Bears. The gameplay is as simple as you can get. No matter which of the 3 cassettes you use, it's basically the same thing. You're trying to catch the correct numbers or letters out of a tree. There's the big number hunt, the great letter roundup, and the spooky spelling bee. And after all, it is Halloween.
The bear went out on a spooky night. He prayed for the moon to give him light.
It sure looks like a spooky night, doesn't it? The grass is green, the trees are lively. It's the same graphics as the other 2 games. How is this supposed to be spooky? Not even the words are spooky, like mom, dad, ball, dog. Half of them are numbers.
9, spell 9.
The closest it comes to spooky is maybe cat.
The first word is cat. Meow. Spell cat.
But you gotta love the quasi-Boris Karloff impressions.
Is it sound as it pussyfoots around?
Bela Lugosi.
The next word to spell is number 4.
And Peter Lorre.
You can hit it, bounce it, bunt it, punt it, kick it around. Ball, spell ball.
Speaking of balls, this game sucks. Well, here's another one on Sega Genesis. The hang the fuck on. That can't be the correct spelling. I know for a fact it was Berenstain with an E, not an A.
Look, he's going over it. He's gonna talk about it, Mama. Want to see him talk about it?
Nah.
Come here with a burger.
You want to assemble the burger? Never mind. I'm
Wait.
doing it.
I have a question.
What is it?
Are the fries ready?
I have no fries.
What? Well, I'm not eating a burger, man. Burger with no fries. That's a sin. Stop. Wait. You're gonna pick that up and slop it on. All I'm suggesting is maybe that all I ask. Look at it.
I see it. Okay.
Okay. They don't even have this much of braise. I'm telling the truth, and you don't like it. That's why people hate me. Yeah, whatever. That's all I have to say.
What else you want on this burger?
Big ass glass of Viagra. Hey, lettuce.
We have lettuce.
Could be.
I'm sure it is. What else? Really?
Sure.
Sprinkle of cheese.
Well, you gotta melt the cheese in the pan.
Oh,
You
never
throw it in
mind.
the pan.
Yeah.
Go! Come on. Don't be a wingus. Don't be a wingus. Don't be a ba 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 boom 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 ba. Are you a boom 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 bow? Sure.
Yep.
You're a daggum. Mom. Oh. Cheese, 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 cheese. Cheese. Cheese, 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 and around, cheese in town. You're a cheese brown, you're a brown piece of cheese. You're a cheese and knees, you're a wee knees. You're a goddamn cheese, you're a manganese.
Alright, you think you could finish it so I can get the clothes?
You think we're gonna go in the backyard and do any gardening, like you said? You're a bum. It's always wet, there's always some excuse. When are we gonna be gardening, mama? We should wrap up, protect from mosquitoes, and then go get them. Come on, mom. Mama.
Honey,
Mama.
what is it?
Here to bother you? Mama. I love you. Jeez, I'm not really bothering you. I'm not, mama. You freaking mama, mama. You mom blomby beeble bom beedo deedo bro. I thought it would be better if I didn't move. I might smack the shit out of you if I move. I know I probably should. Oh, haha, got him. Mama.
No.
Are you? You're not? Really? For real? For real? No, I'm serious though. So, you got any grapes? Thank you so much. See, that's better than fries. Look at that. A burger and a lettuce. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a delight. Thank you, Mama. It does look like a very good burger, but it's pretty funny. You just have a lettuce next to it. Burger with a lettuce. Like, if they gave me that at a restaurant, I'd be hamming them. I'd be like, nigga, get this lettuce out of here. Oh, fucking lettuce. Lettuce do what? Fuck. Fucking little lettuce. Okay, Mama. I'll lettuce you. Lettuce you around. On a road to your pretty city. A friend along the way. On the road to Viridian City.
Correct spelling. I know for a fact it was Fuck on. That can't be the correct spelling. I know for a fact it was Berenstein with an E, not an A. Actually, the most likely pronunciation would be Berenstein, since it was spelled the same way like Frankenstein. But everybody I ever met says Berenstein. I can prove the spelling because I have one of the books. Yeah. So as you can clearly see, it's spelled Berenstain Bears. Must be a new edition. Why'd they change the spelling? I know it used to be Berenstein because the author's real names were Stan and Jan Berenstain. I guess I was wrong. My whole childhood was wrong. Anyway, the Berenstain Bears camping adventure. Here we go. The plot of the game is simple. The bears go on a camping trip and the kids feel like wandering around on their own. Papa Bear's fine with it, pretty much. I mean, what's he gonna say? Watch for bears? Then you get a choice of stage. They're all your typical side-scrolling action. All of them involve hopping across platforms, stomping on animals to make them disappear, bouncing on organic trampolines, and navigating past little tricky dead ends. You can get some weapons like rocks, but man, do the rocks blow. How are you supposed to hit anything when it goes in an arc? It's just like the rocks in Friday the 13th. Wow, I pointed that out 10 years ago, and now still I'm making the same exact complaints. But I'll try to find some new interesting observations for you. Nope. 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 You know what the problem is? This game is actually pretty good. But fuck it. Can't make these jumps. When Brother Bear squats, he looks like he's forcing out a... Yeah, I've done that one too, haven't I? It's just a shitty habit. There's a haunted forest stage, which is a million times more thematic than the spooky spelling bee, but the creepiest thing in the game isn't even on this stage. It's from the cave. What are these ghost things? They freak me out! Looks like Godzilla's son. What's happening? I'm trying to pause the game and instead it's making Sister Bear strike these weird poses. The pause button worked before, but now it's... What? Whoa. Holy shit! I think it's a glitch. Do you think it's a glitch? I think it's a glitch. This is the mother of all... But now it's Sister Bear's son. What's happening? I'm trying to pause the game and instead it's making Sister Bear strike these weird poses. The pause button worked before, but now it's... What? Whoa. Holy shit! I think it's a glitch. Do you think it's a glitch? I think it's a glitch. This is the mother of all glitches. Is that you, nerd? I'm me, I'm you. What's going on? It's just a glitch. Oh, okay, it's just a glitch. That explains it. Oh, you must not be as familiar with this as I am. See, I'm from a different timeline, and where I'm from, I've seen this happen before. When a game glitches this bad, it causes a glitch in the Matrix. The Matrix? When reality is disrupted like this, two separate timelines converge. I'm from a different reality, and by the looks of it, a different point in time also. It's October 2006. 10 years ago? So you're from the past. Yeah, but not the same past, an alternate past. Right now I'm playing Friday the 13th. Yeah, my first Halloween episode. But it's different. In this timeline, Jason killed me. Don't kill me. Killed me. But you're alive. No, I'm dead. Trust me, I'm in hell. It doesn't look like hell. It looks normal, like you're just playing the game. Exactly, I'm playing the game. It's hell. Same thing. Now wait, you're in the past, you're in another dimension, and you're in hell too? Yeah, but it's the hell of this dimension. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Once you get into sub-dimensions and shit, it gets complicated. But look, there's no time to explain all that right now, because if we end up talking too long, the two dimensions might end up swapping, and we don't want that to happen, so it's best you hit reset. Okay? Yeah, so just go back to that game, whatever it is. Berenstain Bears. Oh, you mean Berenstein Bears? No, apparently it's Berenstain. Well, Berenstain is how I always remembered it, but in my dimension, it's actually spelled Berenstein. Anyway, bye now. No. That's impossible. That didn't happen. Berenstain Bears conspiracy theory. It's on the internet. That means it must be real. The Mandela effect. False memories are proof of a parallel universe. Some people think it had to do with time travelers setting off the butterfly effect, but no matter what the theory, everybody remembers Berenstein. I'm not alone. Faulty memory is one thing, but how could so many people be wrong? I know it was Berenstein. I saw what I saw. And the only way to prove it is with my own childhood books. I haven't been back to my old childhood home in decades, but I'm sure those books are still in the attic. It can't be! No. These are the same books? I remember the torn page, the mustard mark, the shit stain. These are my old books, but it was spelled Steen! It was spelled Berenstein! It was spelled Berenstein. It was spelled Berenstein. You shouldn't have come here. Get away. Now! I was just trying to prove the Berenstein Bears were spelled with an E. I know. So it's true. It's true in your native universe. What? Go. There's no time to explain. Give me the quick version. I need answers. Then I'll go. There exist many universes with infinite little minor differences. The universe you come from, it was spelled Steen. At some point between your childhood and now, you and a lot of other people unknowingly crossed over into this universe where it is spelled Stain. That's only one example of many other things that people blame on bad memory. So these aren't my childhood books. They are, but they're your childhood books from this universe. The ones you remember are still in the other universe. So I can't get to them. No. These undetected interdimensional crossovers happen all the time. Nobody can truly go back to their childhoods. It's all different now. Like Ninja Turtles on NES. Admit it, you liked that game as a kid. It wasn't until you grew up, you changed your mind and thought it was shit. Did you ever think maybe it was good? You didn't change. The game changed to shit. My God. Like where I come from, Double Dragon 1 and 2 sucked. 3 was the good one. No way. Yeah, only thing it had that weird typo. Billy and Jimmy? How'd they make a mistake like this? Billy isn't even a real name. We all know it's Bimmy and Jimmy. No fucking way. How about those bears? Are you from the Steen or Stain universe? Neither. Now I've told you everything. You need to go. One last thing. Why are you here? I'm one of the rare individuals to find a way to hop between dimensions, to find the universe I came from. I wanted to go back, but it's all in vain. When two of the same person are in the same universe creates a paradox. The only way to restore balance, one of them has to die. I killed you. Holy shit. And I killed you again. And again. And again. But I'm done running. I'm here to be sacrificed. Sacrificed by who? The ones who will restore balance if I don't myself. They're coming for me. Get out of here. Save yourself. In my universe, it's not Berenstain or Berenstain. It's Bloodstain. These are the real bad news bears!
That was a pretty good one. That's like a new age nerd episode. I never saw that one before. And the Billy's not even a real name.
He's playing some games, the worst he recall.
You need to watch Angry Video Game Nerd for 10 fucking years to get that joke. You do. Because there's one moment where he's talking about Double Dragon 3, and they make a typo in the game. Billy and Jimmy, they say Bimmy and Jimmy, and he complains Bimmy isn't a real name. So in this, when the nerd's from a slightly alternate universe, he complains. He says, Billy isn't even a real name. We all know it's Bimmy and Jimmy. Billy isn't even a real name. That's a good one. Like he's a fucking cinematic genius. This guy that's been doing it for so long, and it's not only because he's been doing the nerd for so long. It's because he's been doing the cinematography for so long. Now he wrote a book too. Just a random book. It's called Gnome Cave. So what do you want? What are you sitting around here for? You want some? Huh?
I asked for earlier.
What'd you ask for? After you cooked me a bird. We'll watch some Rick and Morty. Okay? That's what you want? Rick and Morty? Rick and Morty. 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 Rick.